Okay, so we're going deep into soils, dirt for different kinds of plants. This is orchid bark. Also, it comes in orchid mix. We carry both at the garden center. I'll cover it in one video. But orchids, they generally grow in the jungles, up in the crotches of trees, where they just naturally pull moisture in from the air. So they don't really have dirt or soil roots, they have air roots. And so the soils that you use are very lightweight, even lighter weight than a seedling mix or let's say an African violet mix. Orchid bark is just bark, chunks of bark. You plant your orchid surrounded by this bark, and the air, it encourages air roots. Orchid mix is the same way. It looks sort of like a real aggressive potting soil with big chunks. Basically, they're the same. And I have had orchid clubs, orchid shows here at the garden center, and I've talked to orchid growers hardcore and said, which one's better? I found that it just depends on the personality. I found folks that grow beautiful orchids in bark. I've grown equally beautiful orchids in mix. I don't think it matters so much. It matters more, but I'd show you this. This is actually an orchid pot. If you've seen containers with holes inside going through the sides, this is made for orchids. So air just goes right through that. You put your orchid right in here, surround it with your orchid potting soil mix or orchid bark, and then water it. And this will ensure that you get additional air roots. You'll get longer blooms on your orchids, and they're just pretty. And so orchid pots, orchid mix, specifically for orchids, you'll get better plants by combining the two in your gardens. And that's how you use orchid bark here at Waters Garden Center.